LeBron James is the biggest name in basketball and has been for the best part of the last 2 decades. But what does the future hold for one of the most famous number 23s in the world of professional sports? Will the Ohio native be giving it up soon, or does he still have a while longer left? Today, we're discussing when he's likely to retire, so stay right where you are.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
So what has the big man himself said? Let's see. Last July, LeBron revealed that he has no plans to retire just yet, and also wants the Lakers to be his last team, as he has always felt like this was his final move. He said he's always had plans to move out to LA after he retired, and being with the Lakers just means he and his family are ahead of schedule. Appearing on the Jason Bateman podcast, Smartless, last year he said, "I truly hope that I can finish my career with the Lakers. However many years that is, if it's 4, 5, 6, whatever, 7, I hope I can continue to play the game. I love being in LA. My family loves being in LA. Being with a historical franchise like the Lakers something. It's like being in Space Jam. I never thought it would be possible. You think about Kareem and Magic and Wilt and Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, Kobe, Shaq, and all of them. The whole list goes on." LeBron's quotes last summer came as a surprise to no one. I mean, who in their right mind would give up that contract to play a game they love? There's always a potential for something to crop up, but barring disaster, it doesn't seem as though James is going anywhere soon. He has also mentioned he would love to play until his son, Bronny, is eligible to play in the NBA, something which we would all love to see too. When do you see LeBron retiring? How has he been performing so far this season then? Stay tuned to find out. After his plans were revealed last summer, LeBron was again asked recently about his retirement. It seems as though he's asked this question every other week, and after turning 37 last month, it's obvious he's going to have to pass the mantle on to someone else sooner rather than later. LeBron did acknowledge that he is on the other side of the hill compared to the hill I was on before. I know that, but didn't give much else away in terms of a date. Should he play until 2025, which some have suggested he will, as this could allow him to play with, or more likely, against son Bronny, that would take him up to 40, but the way he's playing right now, there's no reason he couldn't go on even after that. He's playing some of the best basketball of his career this season, and in the first part of the current season, before Christmas, he was averaging 27.6 points per game, his best return since 2010. He's also acing stats in other areas too, meaning his all-around contribution is pretty incredible for a guy whose best years were behind him, according to some people at the start of the season. Some other people could quite easily say that this is peak LeBron. He's also averaged more steals than his time in Miami and a better block percentage than he registered in Cleveland, so you do the math. What have you thought of this season so far? What else has the man himself had to say about retirement then? So after acknowledging that he isn't getting any younger, he also went on to say that he knows where he's at, and also went on to say that he was still playing at a very high level, something which absolutely cannot be disputed. He said, "But I'm in year 19, and I'm not going to do another 19, so I'm definitely not halfway in my career. I'm on the other side of the hill. So we'll see where the game takes me. We'll see where my body takes me in my mind. As long as my mind stays fresh and my body stays with that, I can play the game. But in the end, the game will tell you. Your body will tell you, your mind will tell you. I put in enough hours and punched enough clocks where, when that time comes, I'll be okay with it." It's quite incredible that he's managed 19 years at the top of such a physical sport, especially when you look at society these days. Many people don't even, stay for 5 years in the same profession, so bravo to LeBron. His contract is up at the end of the season, but even the Lakers don't renew it. There will be plenty of teams in the running to offer arguably the greatest ever contract, so he needn't worry on that front. The Lakers would surely be silly not to offer him a new deal, even a rolling 1-year contract. What do you guys make of this? Rumors of him not retiring until he hits 46 now. Stay tuned. At times throughout his career, and especially this season, Bronny's dad has seemed ageless, and when Anthony Davis suggested recently that it can help the Lakers if they can get the job done early and give their aging stars like LeBron a rest in the fourth quarter, LeBron responded by saying he has no interest of bench warming, and went on to say he was 36 and hasn't played 18 years in the league to now sit on the bench. Fair enough, LeBron. You can only admire his passion for the game. Really. He went on to say that there ain't no saving something for later on in the season, but he did say he wished he was Justin Timberlake in that movie where I could bank some time, but unfortunately, time waits for no man. LeBron did, however, however, revealed that although he doesn't currently have the ability to turn back time, he did say that he keeps himself in supreme shape by getting a lot of extra work in and putting himself in the best possible position. Unfortunately for fans, the man himself rubbished the idea of carrying on until 46, saying he doesn't think he could do it. He said, "We can go 26 to 36, but I don't think I could go to 46. I also don't think my wife would like that very much. She wouldn't like that either." Fair enough. I mean, if he retired tomorrow, he'll still be regarded as one of the best that ever played. Would you say he was better than Michael Jackson though? Let us know. Next up, LeBron has weighed in on the Oakley and Dolan beef. As anyone who has followed basketball in any sort of capacity in recent times knows, New York Knicks owner James Dolan is something of a standing punchline in the game. Having been burned in recent times when it comes to big name free agents, think Carmelo Anthony and Amar Stoudemire, he also forecast a very successful offseason back in March of 2019, but was beaten to the punch for two stars they were eyeing by their city rivals, the New York Nets. Both Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving ended up across town, and Durant added further fuel to the fire by saying, "The cool thing right now is not the Knicks." The Knicks also missed out on our man LeBron back in 2010, and it was apparently down to the way Dolan treats people, according to former Knicks player Charles Oakley. Oakley had previously been critical of the Knicks ownership before meeting Dolan, and it was revealed when the pair did in fact meet back in 2014 when Oakley himself was with LeBron. Dolan refused to shake his hand. Oakley said, "You would have thought I did something to his wife." Latrell Sprewell, who played 5 seasons with the Knicks, cursed at Dolan in front of Dolan's wife when he returned to face the Knicks back in 2003, and they still became friends. "I didn't do anything to this man. What did I ever say that was so bad that he would ignore me like that? I wondered. Man, I wanted to hit him in the head. Temper now." And how did LeBron react? Stay tuned to find out. Knicks fans can only have their owner to blame for not acquiring LeBron at some point in his career. As Oakley says, that night when he was with LeBron, he walked back to his table where the Cleveland native was waiting for him to return and told LeBron exactly what had just happened. He said this guy wouldn't shake his hand, and LeBron simply replied, "This is why I'm never going to New York." That's a pretty strong indictment of the man, and he has been criticized before for his perceived arrogance. The Knicks haven't been a desired basketball destination for quite some time, but the city alone should be enough to attract people. However, Dolan himself does the franchise no favors. If this story is to be believed, what do you make of this? Let us know down below. As always, thanks for tuning in today, and remember to stop by next time for some more revelations. Also, why not share today's video with any LeBron or NBA fan friends you know of?